go MDs, make sure they're fresh. Always grab your backwoods and feel them. Make sure they feel fresh, squeezable almost slightly. What's up, y'all? It's episode 2 with Izzy, smoking with Izzy, men versus women. Tune in. Now, when it comes to the physical aspect of men and women, there's so many differences. I mean, to name a few, just the sex organs. When it comes to muscle mass, men are more likely to have a stronger build of muscle mass on their body on average. Women tend to have less. It's harder for women on average to like lose weight compared to men. When it comes to like sexuality, I mean, I feel as though it's definitely easier for women to win in that area. If you took all the sales and all the revenues that come from sales of like Port or OnlyFans and all that stuff, Instagram or whatever, women win. More likely, a woman will succeed in showing off her body than a man could. When it comes to the mental aspect, men and women are completely different. Men more likely tend to be more logical. They like to fix things right away. We are fixers. When things go wrong, we try to fix it. We don't like too much time in between. When it comes to women, women are more emotionally oriented. Like a woman is going to be more likely to react on her feelings and emotions. Now, when it comes to parenting, I feel like women are just more adapted to parenting better than men on average. I feel like women have that mothership in them, that empathy, passion that's almost built in them from having kids. All these generations of having children, it builds into you. Though men are really good parents too, but it's very harder for men. I feel like in this world because of all the society pressures. Um, and I mean, women give birth to the child literally and physically. So like, I mean, at the end of the day, like a man has to step up to be that father and play that role. Like women can always choose not to be the mother. There's women like that, but I feel like it's harder. It's harder to like you build a bond with the child as you're pregnant with them. You both eat the same things, the emotions, everything is transferred into like becoming. You guys are almost like one being in itself. So I'm not making no excuses for men though. Men always should be the best father they could possibly be. You know what I'm saying? But on average, I feel as though the mothership is in the woman. Now I feel like men do certain things that women don't do as good in when it comes to parenting. I think men can discipline children better on average than women can. Topic when it comes to sex and all that. And I mean, a lot of people can think what they want to. We all have our own opinions, but I mean, facts are facts. All right, so a man will see a woman and be like, okay, she's pretty. All right, she's beautiful. First thing we see, all right, she's beautiful, or she pretty. Women will look at a man and be like, okay, yeah, he's handsome, or they're attracted to them. But it's really more about like their personality. Like, how did this man approach her? How does this man make her feel? Or how does this man, like I said, women are more emotional. How does this man make me feel? Am I comfortable? Does he make me laugh? Does he make me feel like good? We'll see someone who we're attracted to and we'll be like, okay, she's pretty. I want to get to know her. And then we get to know you, and that's how like you can see the difference between each one. I feel like both are equally, like sexually active in some ways, like whether it's whatever it is, masturbation, da da da. Like, I feel like people be sleeping on women and the fact that they could be just as horny as men. Like, I mean, if you really see what women talk about with other women, like I think most of y'all be surprised. Body count matter? I mean, I think in some sense it matters. I mean, but it all depends. It's a very touchy subject. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, if a man has 100 bodies and a woman has 100 bodies, those are just different. It's not equal, and it's not about double standards or nothing that. You know what I'm saying? It's about like the world that we live in and the way society created everything that we have been through the last generations of people who've been before us. Like, at the end of the day, like if a woman has 100 bodies and a man has 100 bodies, it's just different. If more likely or not, like if a woman has 100 bodies, like that's just crazy. Like I don't think a lot of upstanding men are gonna want to marry or try to be with a woman who has 100 bodies. Say what y'all want, think what y'all want, but like I just think that's facts. If I had 100 bodies, I feel like a woman will still look at him in a way, but like he still has a shot with her easily, equally. Like an upstanding woman and all. Like if bro was like, oh yeah, I got 100 bodies, but like I done changed my ways, I'm this, that, and that. It's more likely to me, in my opinion, a woman will still fuck with that bull compared to a man fucking with that woman in a marriage sense. Like the goal is to get married and find somebody that you love, somebody that you want to cherish with the rest of your life. I think that's the goal, and that's what God created us is to find a woman to find the man to be the one to pursue the woman, and the man is the provider, the woman is the nourisher. Like these are things that I believe is the real goal of that. It's okay to be single too, and like I think it's easier to be single because like when you're in a relationship, you got to sacrifice a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got to sacrifice things that you wouldn't normally do for someone else because you love them. Highest form of love is really sacrifice. Like doing something out of yourself for someone else, even if you didn't want to do it just to please them, is that's true love because you're really going against yourself in a way. And like, yo, I really cherish this person, so I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? This person likes to do this, so I love them, and I'm gonna make sure like they feel comfortable doing it. But we all have our own boundaries and lines that you're not supposed to cross. You know what I'm saying in a relationship. Like my summary and the moral of my story is, I said men versus women, but I don't believe that. I don't think we're supposed to be against each other. You know what I'm saying? As though men and women have two different qualities and skill sets that they're already born with, and then it's up to us to change and develop them even better. Um, I feel as though that we are not equal. Men and women are not equal. I do not believe that we are equal. I believe that we were created to balance each other, and women are better at men in some things, and men are better at women than women at something. I feel as though you get one plus one equals two because if you think about it, like a woman and a man who have their best qualities in themselves, who to come together and combine that shit, you become two, a whole new number, and that whole new number is now y'all. So y'all both are one within two, and I believe it's something very beautiful that is supposed to be cherished. That's why marriage is beautiful. Having a child with someone you love and marry, and make sure that child gets to grow up with their real dad and mom. Like that is very important for that child's life and success. So that's where I'm gonna end the story. Thank you for tuning in with me. And listen, I'm down to get more topics. Any topics, I'm ready to answer anything. And y'all can hear some true wisdom, knowledge, and thought. Well, I hope you enjoyed this shit. And I hope you grabbed the blood you were smoking with me. I hope you fried right now. Toast.